Live from Orlando. $2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic at Amway Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with the W.
And guys, this is what I call one of those boomerang road trips. I mean, it's not long, but they'll have a chance to get some things done here.
Now here's Williamson. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway. And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
New Orleans with the ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He's told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
Okay, David, thank you. We'll see if they can execute, Greg, well enough to beat the good defense.
Yeah, and it's about identifying the right matchup. You almost always have an advantage somewhere on the floor.
You can bet they've been doing a lot of scouting, really getting a chance to prepare for this game. This should be an interesting game of adjustments.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Bridges with the board.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Here's Simmons. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Here's Orlando now, trailing by 4. Simmons can't get it to go.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And no good, but he tries to maintain control. He was fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
Now McCollum following Franz Wagner's 3-point attempt. Pass to Williamson. Simmons with the defensive effort.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
And a good physical play there from Simmons, not letting the foul stop him from getting that shot off. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. They double team McCollum. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas draws the double. Just 4 to shoot. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Just 2 to shoot. Simmons with the defensive effort. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And it's Ingram missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
And that one, good.
Melo is a threat to score from anywhere. The mid-range shot is not much of a challenge.
Pass to Pokusevski. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Chris gets the bucket.
The touch is there. Next comes the consistency. Chris wants to be seen as a threat from deep.
Takes a shot at the elbow. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Ingram outside. Back to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. New Orleans on top. The
Pelicans, 17.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Now, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Here's Alvarado. Pass to Şengün. Here's Pokusevski. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Cole Anthony. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Pelicans pull it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hero, no good. The Magic trailed by 7. Beyond the arc. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Hero, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's Chris. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Defensive foul.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Pass to Hero. Fires from 18. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Hero's got his first basket of the night. Here's Anthony. Kulusevski grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Noel misses the layup. Orlando trailing here. And to see your son Greg find success in the NBA, I can only imagine that's going to be so special for him.
It is. I'm a proud papa because something that so few get to experience. So I couldn't be more proud of him and happy as well.
Here's Şengün. That shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Inside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 9 points for Ben Simmons.
A nice bit of muscle from Simmons there, pushing through the contact and finishing strong.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands. Good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. They double him with Simmons. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
There's Noel. Rebound by the Magic. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Shots good by Hero.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Simmons, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Isaac Okoro did not like that.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Several teams changing it up here.
Always delivering outstanding entertainment. One more time. Let's hear it.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, that is why we call CJ a combo guard. He can score with the best, but he also can facilitate.
And they pick up 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
McCollum with the ball. Outguarded by Simmons. And Williamson throws it down.
They're just playing to Williamson's strength. He has great hands. He's a great finisher. Excellent play call.
Pass to Okoro. Ingram outside. Up top, Valanciunas. Here's Williamson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williamson. And here is Okoro. Here's Valanciunas. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Bol. They get it back. Pass to Isaac. Now, here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Williamson left side. That shot off the mark. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Magic. 4-point game. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been, and is the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
And something about Franz Wagner, a model of consistency. As soon as he came into the league, you know what you'll get from him every night.
And with Wagner, he'll be a bigger part of this team as he grows.
Kevin, and he'll be able to contribute without being a focal point. It has a game that can blend with any other group on the floor. As his confidence grows, he'll continue to make a larger impact.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Kept alive.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
To the middle. Pass to Noel. Let's go. Over Bull. And it's Noel missing.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Oh, such a good shooter in general. The pull-up jumper is something Bridges has been working on.
Now McCollum. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Bridges misses. The Pelicans trail. Ingram outside. Driving to the basket. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. And a lot of noise coming from these fans after that call was made. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned. This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
To the paint. Here's Pokusevski. Not going to go that time. Bridges with it. Now defended by McCollum. Wagner. And Okoro pulls it down. Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin. Out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
Here's Williamson. And, oh, he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
Unbelievable hang time, giving the crowd his money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And it's Williamson missing. Magic leading by 4. Here's Simmons. Pass to Houston. Simmons inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Alvarado. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. New Orleans moving it around. Williamson double teamed. And stolen by Simmons. Tries the hook. And it's good off the glass. Simmons got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Your 407 Hansky.
41 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Şengün. To the middle. And stolen by Simmons. It's tipped. They retain possession. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Freedom. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line. And so he makes both from the line.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact.
Oh.
Yes.
And though he loves to keep his teammates involved, Simmons also understands that when he's on a roll, he's got to stay aggressive.
And here's Anthony from and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more up.
41.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Orlando leading by 9. Here's Simmons. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Outside, Hero. Pass to Şengün. And here is Freedom. Guarded by Simmons. Freedom, good.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Now, here's Freedom. Okeke grabs the miss. Pass to Houston. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, the quickness, the size, and the speed of Simmons, really breathtaking, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
The fader. That one doesn't drop. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Magic. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Sengun with the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Outside Anthony. Back to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Over Freedom. And it's off the back rim. No good. Outside Hero. Fires for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Coming into his own from distance, Hero is money.
Anthony in the corner. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Pass to Sengun. Anthony on the double team. Nice move. Anthony with the block.
Still got that defensive grit. Carmelo Anthony making a difference on both sides.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Outside Hero. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Slicing and dicing the defense to pieces. When Simmons cuts hard inside, he is very hard to control.
Pass to Alvarado. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Freedom. And it's Orlando with the rebound. .131 left in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Magic.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And stolen by Sengun. From 6 feet out, he nails it. And it's Orlando's ball. They lead by 17. No good from Simmons. There's 39 seconds left in the game. They double him with Simmons. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
And it's denied. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they